Charlie Woods has just done something that left the entire golf world in shock. On the hallowed grounds of TPC Sawgrass, the same course famous for swallowing up even the best players on its island green, the 6-year-old son of Tiger Woods pulled off the unthinkable. In the final round of the Junior Players Championship, Charlie stepped up on the third hole, pulled a 7-iron, and struck what looked like an ordinary shot until it wasn't renned. The ball carried 177 yards, bounced once, and rolled straight into the cup. It was a hole-in-one, his second ace in less than a year, and it sent shockwaves far beyond the ropes. Fans are already asking, is this just the beginning of something legendary? The Guardian and the Sun were quick to underline the history behind this moment. Charlie's first ace came in December 2024 during the PNC Championship alongside his father. Now, less than 12 months later, he's repeated the feat on one of golf's most iconic courses. For a teenager barely starting his career, hitting 2 aces in this short span is nothing less than extraordinary. Golf historians will tell you that Tiger Woods needed years before notching his first hole-in-one on tour. Charlie has already doubled that tally before he can even vote. The question almost writes itself. How far can he go from here? The impact was instant. As soon as the ball disappeared, cameras caught the moment, and within hours, the clip went viral across every golf page on social media. The New York Post reported how quickly the video racked up millions of views, with fans labeling it an incredible shot and calling Charlie the next big thing in golf. It wasn't just a highlight, it became the story of the tournament, overshadowing the actual leaderboard. And in a sport where moments define careers, this was the kind of moment that changes everything. So the hook is clear. Golf just witnessed something special. But the bigger question is, what comes next for Charlie Woods? The shot itself deserves to be broken down. Because this wasn't just luck, it was execution under pressure. On the par 3 third hole at TPC Sawgrass, measuring 177 yards, Charlie pulled out his 7-iron. Every golfer knows that this hole punishes anything short and mocks anything long, but Charlie's swing was smooth and fearless. The ball launched high, held its line, landed just a few feet short of the pin, took a perfect bounce, and disappeared into the cup. For a 16-year-old in the heat of a championship, that kind of precision is astonishing. It wasn't a fluke, it was the product of skill meeting the moment, and that's why fans can't stop talking about it. Could this be the first sign of him already mastering the art of golf under pressure? What happened next might surprise people even more than the shot itself. Charlie's reaction. No fist pumps, no roaring celebrations. Instead, he calmly exchanged a few high fives with his playing partners, as reported by Afton Bladett. That's it. The kind of understated confidence that makes you think this isn't just another junior golfer getting lucky. This is someone who expects great things from himself. The moment may have gone viral, but Charlie's demeanor stayed grounded, almost as if he knew this was only a small step on a much bigger journey. And that raises the question, is this composure the mark of someone destined for greatness? But we can't forget the bigger picture. This ace happened during the final round of the Junior Players Championship, one of the toughest tournaments on the AJGA circuit. Despite the brilliance of that single swing, Charlie finished tied for 31st, shooting +7 overall, according to the New York Post. On paper, it wasn't the result of a future champion. Yet this is where golf is different sometimes. A single shot defines the entire event more than the trophy itself. The leaderboard may have forgotten Charlie Woods, but the highlight reels will never erase that ace. And that leads us to a deeper story. How can one swing overshadow an entire tournament? This hole-in-one at TPC Sawgrass wasn't just a highlight, it was the continuation of a story that started almost a year ago. Back in December 2024, during the PNC Championship, Charlie Woods made his very first ace while playing alongside his father, Tiger Woods. The Guardian reported how the moment was symbolic. Father and son walking the fairways together, with Charlie proving he wasn't just there because of his last name. Fast forward to August 2025, and he's done it again, this time without Tiger by his side, on one of the toughest par 3 second in golf. It's no longer just a proud family moment. It's a statement that Charlie is writing his own chapter. And that makes us wonder how many more chapters are still to come. When you put this into perspective, Charlie is already building his own personal highlight reel. 2 aces before his 17th birthday. A victory earlier this year on the AJGA circuit. A top 10 at the Junior PGA Championship. Each of these moments is like a building block, stacking up and forming the outline of something much bigger. Fans are starting to notice that his story isn't about being Tiger's son anymore, it's about Charlie Woods, the player. And if this is how his highlight reel looks now, can you imagine what it will look like in 10 years? Of course, the comparison to Tiger is inevitable. The Sun reminds us that Tiger Woods has 20 aces across his legendary career. Charlie has 2 already, and he's only 16. No one is suggesting he will reach that number anytime soon, but the math is clear. If he continues at this pace, the record books might one day need adjusting. Fans are already whispering that he's stepping out of his father's shadow, with the Times of India pointing out how Charlie is shaping his own identity even when Tiger isn't present. This is more than a teenager hitting a lucky shot, it's the birth of a golfer who may one day carry his own legend. And that begs the question, how long before Charlie Woods stops being Tiger's son and becomes simply Charlie? To really understand the weight of this hole-in-one, we have to place it within the bigger picture of Charlie's 2025 season. This year has already been a breakout stretch for the teenager. In May, he captured his first AJGA title at the Team TaylorMade Invitational, a win that proved he could handle pressure over 4 rounds. In July, he qualified for the prestigious U.S. Junior Amateur, rubbing shoulders with the very best of his generation, even though he missed the match play cut. And in August, he posted a top 10 finish at the Junior PGA Championship, one of the crown jewels of junior golf. Add the ace at TPC Sawgrass to that list, and suddenly 2025 looks like the season where Charlie Woods went from promising to proven. And the real kicker is, he's only just getting started. The key here is that moments like this ace don't just add to a scorecard, they reshape reputations. The Guardian and the New York Post both emphasized how viral the shot became, with fans and analysts alike treating it as a glimpse of the future. Even without lifting the trophy at the Junior Players Championship, Charlie walked away as the headline. For his peers, that's intimidating. For the media, it's irresistible. And for Charlie himself, it's a reminder that one swing can change the way the world looks at you. So the question becomes, how many more swings like this are coming? But there's another layer. Junior golf rarely makes global headlines, yet when a Woods does something spectacular, the spotlight grows 10 times brighter. Charlie's ace gave the Junior Players Championship more visibility than some professional events. The New York Post captured this perfectly by noting how the clip overshadowed the tournament's actual winner. This isn't just about Charlie, it's about what happens when a big name electrifies the junior ranks. He's carrying junior golf into living rooms that usually only care when Tiger's on screen. And if one teenager can lift the entire scene like this, imagine the pressure and expectation that will follow him everywhere he plays. Which leads us straight to the ultimate question. Is this pressure a gift or a curse? The moment Charlie's ball disappeared into the cup, the golf world lit up. Fans flooded social media with clips of the shot, and within hours, the ace had gone viral across platforms. The New York Post highlighted how millions of views piled up almost instantly, with fans calling it everything from incredible to the shot of the year. The Sun chimed in too, capturing the buzz around a 16-year-old who is already being labeled as golf's next big star. The reaction wasn't just applause, it was awe. People weren't asking if Charlie could succeed anymore, they were asking how far he could go. And that's a question that doesn't fade overnight. But there's an irony here. Tiger Woods, the man who defined golf for decades, wasn't even at TPC Sawgrass to see the moment live. According to the Times of India, Tiger was absent once again, and yet the crowd, the media, and the entire sport erupted as if he were standing right there on the tee. In a way, this absence makes the story even stronger. Charlie is proving he doesn't need his father's shadow to create iconic moments. He did this on his own, and the golf community embraced it as his own. So the bigger takeaway becomes clear. Maybe Charlie doesn't have to escape the Tiger legacy. Maybe he's building a new one, right beside it. Still, one debate refuses to go away. Is this the birth of a historic career, or is it just an early flash of brilliance? Every young golfer has moments, but only a few turn those moments into something bigger. With 2 hole-in-ones in under a year, a major AJGA victory, and a season filled with milestones, Charlie is stacking evidence that this isn't a coincidence. Yet golf is cruel. It demands consistency, not just magic. And that leaves us with the final question, one only time will answer. Will Charlie Woods follow in Tiger's footsteps or carve out his own path?